Díobh a Carja. Welcome to the South Down Sinn Féin Easter Commemoration 2021, and a special welcome to the families of our Patriot dead. As we continue to fight the battle against COVID-19, we are forced to do things a little differently, so once again we must bring you our commemoration online. Easter is a very special time for us as Irish Republicans, as we remember those who give their lives for Irish freedom. From Thomas Russell, who was executed here in Patriot, to James Johnson, who we remembered yesterday, and Collie Marks, who we will remember next Saturday. So I hope you enjoy today's commemoration, and hopefully this will be the last that we have to do online, and we can gather together in person next year.
Irish men and Irish women.
In the name of God and of the dead generations from which she receives her old tradition of nationhood,
Ireland, through us, summons her children to her flag and strikes for her freedom.
Having organised and trained her manhood through her secret revolutionary organisation, the Irish Republican Brotherhood,
and through her open military organisations, the Irish Volunteers and the Irish Citizen Army,
having patiently perfected her discipline,
having resolutely waited for the right moment to reveal itself,
she now seizes that moment.
And supported by her exiled children in America and by gallant allies in Europe.
But relying in the first on her own strength, she strikes in full confidence of victory.
We declare the right of the people of Ireland to the ownership of Ireland and to the unfettered control of Irish destinies.
To be sovereign and indefeasible.
The long usurpation of that right by foreign people and government has not extinguished the right.
Nor can it ever be extinguished.
Except by the destruction of the Irish people.
In every generation, the Irish people have asserted their right to
national freedom and sovereignty.
6 times during the past 300 years,
they have asserted it in arms.
Standing on that fundamental right and again asserting it in arms in the face of the world.
We hereby proclaim the Irish Republic as a sovereign, independent state.
And we pledge our lives and the lives of our comrades in arms to the cause of its freedom,
of its welfare
and of its exaltation among the nations.
The Irish Republic is entitled to and hereby claims
the allegiance of every Irish man and Irish woman.
The Republic guarantees religious and civil liberty,
equal rights and equal opportunities for all its citizens,
and declares its resolve to pursue the happiness and prosperity of the whole nation
and of all its parts,
cherishing all the children of the nation equally,
and oblivious of the differences carefully fostered by an alien government
which have divided a minority from the majority
in the past.
Until our arms have brought the opportune moment for the establishment of a permanent national government,
representative of the whole people of Ireland and elected by the suffrages of all her men and women,
the provisional government hereby constituted
will administer the civil and military affairs of the Republic
in trust for the people.
We place the cause of the Irish Republic under the protection of the Most High God, whose blessings we invoke upon our arms,
and we pray that no one who serves that cause
will dishonour it by cowardice,
inhumanity
or rapine. In this supreme hour, the Irish nation must,
by its valour and discipline,
and by the readiness of its children to sacrifice themselves for the common good,
prove itself worthy of the august destiny
to which it is called.
Signed on behalf of the Provisional Government,
Thomas J. Clarke,
Sean McDermott,
Thomas McDonough,
P.H. Pearce,
Eamon Kent,
James Connolly,
Joseph Plunkett.
Leis de Leacra na Publicta an Dún Haas, the South Down Roll of Honour, Ugla na Éireann. Commandant James Johnson, leader of the East Down Battalion of the IRA during the War of Independence. James died for the Irish Republic in April 1921. Uglach Seamus Blaney, IRA quartermaster in the Downpatrick area during the War of Independence. Seamus died for the Irish Republic in January 1923. Uglach Peter McAnulty, A veteran of the IRA's border campaign in the 50s and 60s, Peter was a Republican stalwart in the Southdown area for many decades. Peter died for the Irish Republic in January 1972. Oglach Martin Kern. Heavily involved in the civil rights movement, Martin was a committed Republican. Martin died for the Irish Republic in August 1972. Oglach James Carlin. A natural leader, James was to the fore in the organisation of the Republican movement in East Down. James died for the Irish Republic in August 1972. Oglach Leo O'Hanlon. As a young teacher, Leo was inspired by the civil rights movement and soon became fearless in his pursuit of liberating his country. Leo died for the Irish Republic in February 1973. Oglach Vivian Fitzsimmons. From a strong Republican family, Vivian had a love for Irish history and was devoted to the cause of Irish freedom. She was just 17 years old when she died on active service for the Irish Republic in February 1973. Oglach Alphonsus Cunningham. Highly respected for his commitment and passion to his local IRA unit in the Mournes, Alphonsus died for the Irish Republic in July 1973. Oglach Pauline Kane. Not prepared to stand idly by as local Republicans took the war to Crown forces in Southdown, Pauline died for the Irish Republic in July 1973. Oglach Paul McGorian. A strong and determined Republican, Paul was an IRA leader who inspired his comrades through courageous and daring example. Paul died for the Irish Republic in August 1974. Oglach Francis Rice. Having witnessed the daily harassment and intimidation from Crown forces, Francis established a branch of the Féin Éireann and fought back. He died for the Irish Republic in May 1975. Oglach Colin Marks. A constant thorn in the side of Crown forces across Southdown, Colin was a natural leader who always led from the front. He died for the Irish Republic in April 1991. For Siad Bass or son Saoirse in the Éireann.
A few years ago, I was offered a song which I found so moving, I couldn't wait to get into a studio and record it. It's all about a young woman called Grace Gifford, who was the childhood sweetheart and for a very short period of time the wife of a poet called Joseph Mary Plunkett. I see his blood upon the rose, and in the stars the glory of his eyes. His body gleams amid eternal snows, his tears fall from the skies. Joseph Mary Plunkett was the youngest of the signatories of the Proclamation of Independence in 1916. At the age of 29, he was sentenced to death along with all the other rebels. He was shot here in Kilmainham Jail in Dublin on the 4th of May 1916 at about 6:30 in the morning. A few hours before the execution, Grace Gifford and a priest were brought in, and in a bizarre ceremony, Joseph Plunkett married Grace. They were allowed just 15 minutes together, and that was the extent of their married life. I met a lovely old lady called Miss Bridget Kelly who was actually present at the wedding. She told me that during the young couple's final few minutes, the only item of furniture in the cell was a small stool. Miss Kelly told me that Grace sat on the stool while Joseph Plunkett knelt on the floor. I find that image very touching. Although this story is set amid the terrible events of 1916, it is, in every sense, a love song.
As we gather in the chapel here in old Kilmainham jail, I think about these past few weeks. Oh, will they say we failed from our school days? They have told us we must yearn for liberty. Yet all I want in this dark place is to have you here with me. Oh, grace, just hold me in your arms and let this moment linger. They'll take me out at dawn and I will die. With all my love I'll place this wedding ring upon your finger. There won't be time to share our love, for we must say goodbye. Now I know it's hard for you, my love, to ever understand the love I bear for these brave men, my love for this dear land. But when Porry called me to his side down in the GPO, I had to leave my own sick bed. To him I had to go. Oh, grace, just hold me in your arms and let this moment linger. They'll take me out at dawn and I will die. With all my love I'll place this wedding ring upon your finger. There won't be time to share our love, for we must say goodbye. Now as the dawn is breaking, my heart is breaking too. On this May morn, as I walk out, my thoughts will be of you. And I'll write some words upon the wall so everyone will know I loved so much that I could see his blood upon the rose. Oh, grace, just hold me in your arms and let this moment linger. They'll take me out at dawn and I will die. With all my love I'll place this wedding ring upon your finger. There won't be time to share our love, for we must say goodbye. Oh, there won't be time to share our love, so we must say goodbye.